Lord's Prayer, what needs to be commented more on is the idea of forgiveness. And the idea which you see elsewhere, just like of turning the other cheek, loving your enemies. And for myself, I'll just speak from my heart, when I look at history, I'm pretty discouraged at like cycles of hatred. And I'm pretty discouraged at the way that religion and theology is often used as a means of demanding hatred of one people's to another. Like just about an hour ago, before you guys came, I read the New York Times today, and yesterday in Moscow, there was a suicide bomb in the airport that killed at least 35 people, wounded like over 150, and it was out of religious motive. And this last week in Baghdad, over 85 people have been blown up just in the last week for religious motive. And I have a friend that recently told me, she's in Israel, and she's like, oh, she wanted to show me a YouTube video. And the YouTube video goes, jihad bells, jihad all the way. It's a Christmas video, and she was pretty excited about it. But I wasn't really that amused, because that showed no historical perspective. Because you could easily sing a song that says Holocaust bells, pogrom bells, Inquisition all the way, and several other atrocities that our religion has at periods demanded hatred. And that really saddens me, because that is an overlooking of the words of Christ. And Christ's actions lend authority to his words, because words are cheap. I can stand here and talk. Jesus can deliver great sermons. But what gives them strength and authority is the fact that he lived them. And that's the mount that he chose to die on, no pun intended. And if he says, turn the other cheek, pray for those who persecute you, love your enemies, and doesn't do it, well, he's just another prophet, a preacher. But he does it. And so, I guess what I am intrigued as a young person, and as someone that's trying to learn to love humanity, is trying to think about, is it possible that these ideas of grace, of forgiveness, of lowering ourselves, of shevet achim, can truly be a way forward for us as humanity in a way that breaks some of those cycles of history. And it's just another lap around the merry-go-round of destructive religion. Is that going to be our time, or is it possible that there could be different? And so I titled the video Love Mischief, because I think that that's kind of a beautiful way to say that the real way forward for us is love, and is forgiveness, and is lowering ourselves. Yoreh is forgiveness. And when we humble ourselves before God to pray, and we pray, whether it's along the lines of the Lord's Prayer or not, that our hearts center on the idea of forgiveness. And we live, where our center is in Jerusalem, is in a beautiful spot, because our neighbors is a large Jewish Orthodox community, and East Jerusalem, and all the Arabs there. We shop in East Jerusalem, and when I go to the bus to school, I walk through a crowd of black hats and Jews. And so the question is then, what does it mean to be a Christian in that context, where my friends are pious, just devout